Yo, what up guys, Raw Scalps here, and in this video, I'm reviewing Spaceman. Alright, so this movie stars Adam Sandler, and he's a cosmonaut who's orbiting around space, Jupiter to be exact, and he's been in space for about 190 days, and one night he has a dream, and it's kind of a creepy dream, and after he wakes up, he sees a spider. He encounters this huge spider that tries to comfort him and talk to him and I guess be his friend while he's up there alone dealing with this story where I guess it's a personal development story where he has a pregnant wife on Earth who wants to leave him, and he's stuck in this dilemma where he doesn't appreciate her, and the spider, the alien I guess, really helps him to kind of change his priorities or to see what he really cares about in life. And that's basically the movie. And to be honest, I just saw this on Netflix the other day, and I was like, all right, looks interesting, and it just came out, so why not watch it and review it? And so that's what I did, and really I wasn't expecting much. It's a space movie, which I'm not even that big a fan of. I haven't watched many of them. The last one I watched was ISS, and that was a movie. But I think this movie was better than ISS. So if you like ISS, I think you'll like this, but this is a different space movie. It's someone who's stuck. It's an isolated movie where we're just set in one spot, right? One set spot, a few rooms, but for the most part, it's just one area. And movies like that can be boring, especially with no action in this movie. That can be another thing that might bore people. But I think the runtime, I think it's a pretty good runtime. It's not too long. They kind of cram it into an hour and 45. Maybe drag out some scenes, but it's not too bad for the most part. But I'm just going to get into some of the things that I liked about this movie. And I think the main thing is the story. Because I think we've all been there in life where you don't really know what you have until it's gone. Or you don't appreciate what you have until it's gone. And that's kind of the predicament that Adam Sandler's character is in. I forget the name. I think it was Peter. I can't remember. But that's kind of the dilemma he's in. And that's what the spider is there to help him with. Is to understand that, he has this wife and a kid on the way, and he doesn't realize how important she is and how much he loves her until he's about to lose her. And I think we've all struggled with that at one point in life. And so that's one of the things that I liked about this movie. I'd say another thing is the spider. So the spider is really freaky, but it looks really good. But it tries to be comforting. It talks to him like, hey, hello, human. I see that you struggle. I don't understand why your species does this. Stuff like that, right? But the spider is there to help him, and try to comfort him and help him to just reflect on his life and understand what's the most important thing in his life. While that's cool, the spider itself, though, is freaky. And every time it's on screen, I think it's going to kill him. I think it's going to pounce, right? So I think that was a pro. The spider looked really good, but to me, every time it was on screen, it just felt tense because, I don't trust the spider. I don't trust this thing. And on that note, it's the first time he sees the spider, he's like, oh. But then a few scenes later, he's cool with it. Hey, where are you from? Bro, if I saw a spider that big, I would be freaking out. I wouldn't trust this thing. Get away from me. That thing was freaky. I wouldn't be cool with it. I feel like my reaction would be way more intense than what he did. And let alone he had a dream where the spider was crawling under his skin like the mummy with those bugs. That's what it looked like. Oh, that was freaky too. Imagine seeing a spider trying to crawling under you and then trying to come out your nose or your mouth. That's freaky. But I think they did a good job with the spider. In my opinion, the spider, that was good. It was good. It was a good choice because it was freaky, but it was soft spoken, and so they did a good job with that. I think another thing I liked would probably be some of the shots. The space was good. Some of the shots in space was really good. Really pretty, beautiful looking, I guess if you want to call it that way. But those scenes were good, and I'd say the last thing would be the acting. I think the spider and Adam Sandler, they both did a really good job. Nothing noteworthy or Oscar worthy, I should say, but they both did a pretty good job in making you invested and caring for his situation and him realizing he has to change. I think that was a good part of the movie. Them two and their interaction and their chemistry together, I think was solid. I'm not gonna say it was great, but it was enjoyable. And I guess for some of the cons, I would say is towards the end, I think logic left to chat, right? Some of the story decisions or things that happen, I feel couldn't happen. It just doesn't feel realistic, I guess. But even the situation with the spider probably isn't realistic. Like, how to get in there if it's sealed tight shut? How did the spider get in? But I don't know. I think that's something. It's not a major thing, but that along with it's a slower movie and it's rated R, but I think it's because of all the cussing. There's no blood, gore, or anything like that, and so it's rated R. It has some swear words, and yeah, I mean, besides that, it was just a slower movie. It's a space movie. Space movies are usually slow anyway, and so if you know what you're going into, just a slower movie about someone rediscovering, his purpose or what he cares about most in life, then I think you will come out enjoying this because I did. And I'm not saying it's the best movie, the best space movie, but it's a solid movie that I wasn't really expecting. And so I would have to say that overall I enjoyed this movie. And if you have time to kill and you like Adam Sandler, I think you will enjoy this movie. And with that being said, guys, I just want to say thank you all for watching another movie review for me. Really means a lot. And comment down below if you've seen this and what your thoughts are. If you liked it, didn't like it, I'd be curious to know. And so thank you again for watching this, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.